6.
McNamara, president of Alberta's Magnus College in New Haven. As we celebrate 60 years of education for leadership, we welcome back High School Bowl for its 7th season. And we're here to say, hello, Connecticut!
And hello, Chris Lyschatz, team captain for Windsor High. Is your team all set for a fast-moving half hour?
Yes, we are.
Then we'll put 20 warm-up points on the board for you. Turning now to Adam Zarrett, team captain for Amity. How about you?
We're ready for action.
Then, as with all teams, 20 warm-up points on the board, and stand by for action.
That's right, it's a hearty welcome back to Connecticut's one and only academic game show that puts the positive on youth. And to launch season number 7, what a matchup. Both have been state championship schools. It's last year's champion back with a new team, Windsor High, against a perennial strong contender from southern Connecticut, Amity Regional in Woodbridge. And through all 7 seasons, there's been but one set of hands on the helm at High School Bowl. Welcome back the winning helmsman, Ken Bennett.
Hello, and welcome to Connecticut High School Bowl, which is patterned after the famous College Bowl. This is a project of the Channel 8 Public Affairs Department, produced in cooperation with Alberta's Magnus College in New Haven. We're hoping the series will give recognition and stimulation to scholastic achievement while focusing on the positive actions of today's youth. Now, let's meet today's varsity scholars. First, the team from Windsor High. John Beck is a senior. He's a National Merit semifinalist. He's in the drama club. He's looking for a future in finance or economics. Tell us about your trip to France last summer.
Well, I went over with the NSL program, which I'd like to thank Susie Smith for all she did for that program. And I stayed with a family. It's a homestay program, so it is quite expensive. And I thought I got a lot out of it, and I enjoyed it very much.
Very good. Captain of the team, Chris Lyschatz, also a senior. He's on the cross-country team. He's undecided about his future, but he attended the Westminster World Affairs Seminar. What was that?
It was a seminar in, I believe it was Suffield, Suffield, and it was at a private school called Westminster where we met with people from, one man was from South Africa, and he spoke, and we asked him questions. We saw a movie, and in the spring we will reconvene after writing about South Africa and basic ideas pertaining to that.
Sounds very timely. Rounding out the team, Alex Lepak, also a senior. He is looking or keeping his eye on a career in ophthalmology. In the meantime, he likes to work on his 85 Trans Am. But one of the other things close to his heart is the math team. Why so?
Well, we have a strong team this year, and we were second in the Greater Hartford area after our last meet.
Congratulations. That's the team from Windsor High. From Amity High, and we might mention that all 3 were alternates on the Amity team last year, Eric Open is a senior from Orange. He's in the National Honor Society. He's a peer tutor looking to major in business or economics in college. Tell us, if you will, about the Milford Babe Ruth League.
Well, I'm the chief umpire of the program, and I'm in charge of assigning all the umpires to every league game and all-star contest. It's quite a unique job for an 18-year-old to do, and I really enjoy it.
Very good. Captain of the team, Adam Zarrett, senior from Woodbridge, also in the National Honor Society. He's chairman of the Teenage Republicans Club. He's a peer tutor. He's in the drama club. He's on cross-country team. He's looking for a future in aerospace engineering. Back to athletics. Tell us about the track team.
Well, our track team has had some tough times in the past, but we've really pulled together, and we're really shooting ahead. We're going after our rival, Cheshire, this year, and we're looking for the win.
Good luck. Mark Welch rounds out the team. He's a senior from Orange. He's a member of the Future Business Leaders of America. He'd like to go to Notre Dame to major in business. Tell us about your musical activities.
Well, I play guitar, and recently I was in a guitar contest at Toads. I was 16, and I was the only one under 20 in the contest, and I reached the finals out of the whole state of Connecticut.
Well, congratulations. That's the team from Amity High. Our judge today is Sister Marie-Louise Hubert, who is professor of French at Alberta's Magnus College. Our scorekeepers from Alberta's Magnus College are Maria Furno, a senior from Middletown, who's majoring in biochemistry, Kelly Maloney, a senior from Thomaston, who's majoring in accounting, and Paul Bianchi, a freshman at Alberta's Magnus College, who is from New Haven and is majoring in business and economics. The coordinator of the High School Bowl for Alberta's Magnus College is Sister Charles Marie Brantle. chairman of the Department of Business and Economics. We will be back with the first half of play in just a moment, so stay with us.
If you love spaghetti,
Briefly, here's how we play. There are two types of questions. Toss-ups worth 10 points apiece, bonuses worth a stated number of points. Whichever team wins the toss-up goes on for the bonus. We've gone over the complete set of rules with these teams prior to the broadcast. That whistle begins the first half of play. There's a 25-point bonus waiting. Here's the first toss-up. On the site where 187 men died during a 13-day siege in 1836 now stands a patriotic monument. For 10 points, what is this San Antonio landmark?
The Alamo.
Alamo is correct. Here's the bonus. Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein collaborated on 10 musicals. For 5 points each, name any 5 of them. Okay, we'll call for your answers.
South Pacific.
South Pacific is correct.
Carousel.
Carousel's correct.
The King and I.
King and I is correct. 2 more.
Anything Goes.
Anything Goes is not. Any other guess?
None.
Okay, the others are Oklahoma, State Fair, Allegro, Pipe Dreams, Sound of Music, Flower Drum Song, Me and Juliet. And right now our score stands at 45 Amity, 20 Windsor. There's a 30-point bonus coming up. Here's the toss-up. For a quick 10 points of potatoes, oranges, eggs, and cheese, which would turn litmus paper blue?
Oranges.
Oranges is not correct. Anyone signal and take it for Amity?
Potatoes.
Not potatoes, it's eggs. It's the only one with a pH factor greater than 7.0. We'll move on, still waiting for the 30-point bonus. Toss-up. 1985 elections are making news right now, but more significantly, in a statewide Connecticut sense, will be 1986. The state will have contests for both governor and U.S. senator. For 10 points, name both the incumbents who will face...
Lowell Weicker and Bill O'Neill.
It is not correct, Weicker and O'Neill. Technically, that's an interruption, so there's 5 points off from Amity. I'll repeat the entire question for Windsor, still a toss-up. 1985 elections are making news right now, but more significantly, in a statewide Connecticut sense, will be 1986. The state will have contests for governor and U.S. senator. For 10 points, name both the incumbents who will face re-election. Signal.
Lowell Weicker and Christopher Dodd.
It is not Weicker and Dodd. It is Governor O'Neill and Senator Dodd. Okay, we're still waiting for the 30-point bonus. Here's the toss-up. It was originally entitled The Merchant of Yonkers and became the musical Hello, Dolly, both of them based on a play by Connecticut's Thornton Wilder. For 10 points, what's the play's title? No response. It's The Matchmaker. Still waiting for that 30-point bonus. Another toss-up. Some win silver medals at the Olympic Games, but for 10 points, what company earlier this year awarded a silver medal to 5 astronauts who rescued 2 wayward satellites in November 1984, saving the company nearly $170 million in insurance payments?
AT&T.
It was not AT&T. Can anyone signal and take it? Amity.
Telstar.
Not Telstar. It was Lloyd's of London. Still waiting for that 30-point bonus. Here's the toss-up. During the Civil War, he was an artist for Harper's Weekly. He is now known for his seascapes of New England and the Bahamas. For 10 points, name this artist who painted Hurricane, 8 Bells, and Gulfstream. No response. That was Winslow Homer. There really is a 30-point bonus. Here's another toss-up. In the last 35 years, this country has annexed the enclave of Goa, made Sikkim its 22nd state, and fought wars with China and Pakistan. For 10 points, which country is this?
India.
India is correct. Here at last, that 30-point bonus, Windsor. The Munich Pact of 1938 ceded large parts of Czechoslovakia to 3 other European countries. For 10 points each, name them.
38 beat Germany. Czechoslovakia. Probably Austria. Hungary in 1938 was still part.
Okay, call for your answers.
Germany.
Germany is correct.
Austria.
Austria is not correct.
Italy.
Italy is not correct. The other 2 were Hungary and Poland. Our score stands at 40 for Amity, 40 for Windsor. 20-point bonus coming up. Pliny tells us it was used in Roman times for writing. It's still used in alloys such as solder and for water pipes.
Nickel.
Nickel is not correct. That's an interruption. 5 points off. I'll repeat the entire question for Windsor. Still a toss-up. Pliny tells us it was used in Roman times for writing. It's still used in alloys such as solder and for water pipes, storage batteries, and radiation shields. For 10 points, which element is it? Signal.
Lead.
Lead is correct. Here's the bonus. If interphase is the first step in mitosis, for 5 points each, arrange these stages in correct order. Anaphase, telophase, metaphase, and prophase. Okay, now we'll call for your answers, and the first phase is?
Anaphase.
Anaphase is not correct for the first phase. Second phase?
Anaphase.
Anaphase is not correct for the second phase. Third phase?
Anaphase.
Anaphase is the third phase. The fourth phase?
Telophase.
Telophase is the fourth phase, so you have 10 points there. It would be prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. 30-point bonus coming up. We call the Earth's moon the moon. For 10 points, what planet has moons named Mimas, Hyperion, Tethys, Rhea, Dione, and Titan?
Jupiter.
Jupiter is not correct. Can anyone signal and take it? Amity.
Saturn.
Saturn is correct. Here's the bonus. You may have been asked before to give the names behind the initials used by famous people. T.S. Eliot, for example. In this case, I'll give you the first names of people usually known by their initials. All you have to do for 10 points each is provide the last name that follows. Okay? First names, Jerome David, an author.
Mitchell.
Not Mitchell, it's J.D. Salinger. Second name, Moritz Cornelis, painter.
No answer.
No answer, it's Escher. Third, Leon Wood. He is a Maine retailer. Bean is correct, as in LLB. That whistle ends the first half of play with our score: Windsor 60, Amity 55. We will be back with the second half of play in just a moment. Joining us here at halftime now, the coaches for today's two fine teams. From Amity High, we have Ken Oliver, who teaches math and computers and also coaches tennis, and Regina Grammatico, who heads the foreign language department and teaches French. Ken, how were the members of this year's team chosen?
We asked for volunteers from among the student body, and then using rapid-fire questions, worked our way down to this team of 3.
Very good, and coincidentally, they were all alternates last year.
Yeah, it made it a little easier.
And Regina, what advice do you give them as they go into the at halftime, go into the second half, trailing by just a couple of points?
To keep playing the game as they are, and I'm sure we can reverse it.
Okay, thank you very much. And joining us once again from Windsor High, we have Bruce Murphy, who teaches English and is advisor to the National Honor Society, and Dennis Grant, who teaches math and is advisor to the math club and team. Bruce, how are the members of the team chosen this year?
Well, interested students come out for the team, and then we have mock playdowns and competitions, and we just take the 3 best, and this is it.
And Dennis, what advice do you give your team as they take a slim lead into the second half?
Well, I would like them to listen very closely to the toss-up questions and try to enjoy the second half.
Thank you very much, coaches. And now as you return to your seats, we will begin the second half of play with our score: Windsor 60, Amity 55. That whistle begins the second half of play. The next time the whistle blows, our game will end. There's a 20-point bonus waiting. Here's the toss-up. The Dred Scott decision was a step toward the abolition of slavery and the Civil War. For 10 points, in what state?
Missouri.
Missouri is correct. Did Dred Scott first sue for his freedom? Here's the bonus. On February 8th, 1984, there were more